Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, to the town ground this afternoon for this Midland Football League Premier Division game between Heanor FC and Boldmere St Michael's FC. Starting with visitors today, we have number 1 Lewis Fenny, 2 Alex Ford, 3 Anthony Fitzmaurice, 4 Anthony Juxon, 5 Harry Craven, 6 Adam Wood, 7 Jack Skinner, 8 Captain Joe Smith, 9 Joel Ayeti, 10 Jason Holmes, 11 Alistair Braun, and the bench for Masters we have 12 Richard Robinson, 14.
Hello, Luke.
Yeah, all right, Christina.
Put it on the
Oh, thank you.
Come on, you two.
We're at the town ground where Heanor and Boldmere have just finished with a 1-1 result. With me I have manager Glenn Clarence and again assistants Steve Hamilton and Steve Huntington. Glenn, we're at home. We've not lost. We've got a lot of very young players in the team that have gone out there and put in a performance against a solid side like Boldmere. As a manager, I'm sure you're quite proud of them players today.
Yeah, Tony, certainly proud. And as we know, spoke about before, this league is unforgiving and Boldmere are a decent side. Take no mistake there that Boldmere are a good side. So yeah, we've had 17-year-old in net, 5 18-year-olds, 2 22-year-olds, so a really young side. And of course we want to win at home games, and I think we probably should and could have won that game with the amount of ball we had in their final third. We've got to finish them chances off. But yeah, it keeps the unbeaten run going. You tell me, you're the stat man. How many is that? 8, 9?
It's got to be 8. It's definitely 8.
Yeah.
So with the grand scheme of things, with the side we had out and a lot of young ones not played at this level before. Don't get me wrong, they played the last couple of weeks, but that's been against teams from the level below. So yeah, it's you take the result. And what's the pleasing thing is even the kids in there are not happy with the draw. We're not happy with the draw, and their standards were setting. So keep the unbeaten run going. It's not the greatest result, but it's not a bad result against a good side. So on to the next step.
All right, Wyatt.
On. Put him brownie.
Okay, Hamo, with tactics and changing things around today, first half I think we were firmly in control. Boldmere they've hit us on the break a couple of times, which is what we knew we probably had to be really careful of. Second half, Brownie's been challenged. I'm not going to go talking about it because I know there's probably a few bits going in a report somewhere, but we've had to make a change. Formations change, which then opened up the second half a little bit more, whether it's tiredness, because I know we played a lot of football. Boldmere then started hitting us on the break a little bit more, and the defence have had to work really hard, same as they had to do against Kimberley in both games. Is that another positive that we can take out of today's game?
Yeah, I am positive about today's game, other than the result, because I thought the performance was good, and without wanting to sound disrespectful, the lads that have gone out there have all showed themselves that they can stand up to a side in this league, and they all have done. They've all done very, very well. Other than we've come out second half, and the first few minutes we get opportunities to clear it, we don't clear it, and it ends up in the back of our net from a corner. So disappointed that they're things that they have to learn quickly. But yeah, to be quite honest, I don't think it was issues that came from any of the young lads in that instance. But yeah, they've done well. We're disappointed. We've just spoken to them in there, but they're disappointed, and that's good in a way. But once again, we have created a number of chances where you think, just got in the end on one of them or whatever, we'd have pulled the thorn out of Boldmere and gone on to win it comfortably. Wasn't to be, but I've got no criticism on the performance today, I really haven't.
Brilliant. Okay, Steve, we've just spoke about we've had a number of chances today. I'm worried about asking this question, but is it something?
Away. Yeah, go on.
Is it something we need to look at, maybe with the fact that shooting practice players need to be a little bit more accountable for the chances that we're missing?
Well, yeah, strikers get paid to score goals, so yeah, that's what they're there for. And you know, we haven't scored enough to win the game today, but if you'd watch us in the warm-up, I tell you what, that's the best finishing I've seen in 4 years. We were knocking them in left, right and centre. Today it was a bitty game. We knew it was going to be that type of game before we kicked off. We spoke to them in the change rooms before the game, obviously. I said we'd win the game 1-0 or 2-0 if we did our jobs right. For 45 minutes, once we'd grown into the game in the first 10, we've done really well. Players have stood up and young lads have looked like men. We switched off for five minutes of the second half. We've switched off. We haven't done it right. We've got punished, and the game's finished 1-1. Whereas really, a learning curve for them, and we know that's going to happen. But the learning curve is if they get that bit right, we win the game 1-0. You can't blame anybody today. You know, we've conceded a goal. We haven't scored enough. The lads have given everything, and they've done really, really well well, I'm not even going to go into it. Difficult circumstances, but they've done well, so they should be applauded. And if we're 8 games unbeaten after Matlock, you'd have took that, wouldn't you? So,
I'll go into it if you want.
No, I don't think it's. Well, it's up to you. I'll discuss it in my personal hearing, and I'll invite officials from the Midland Football League, because somebody needs to get this sorted, because it's just not acceptable.
Okay, Glenn, we'll move on. Obviously, preparations for next week. You've said that the lads they've played a lot of football over these last few weeks. I think we worked out last Saturday that they played a game sort of every 3 days on average, something for a long period of time. Now, preparations against Shawbury next week. The lads are going to get a week off, a bit of a break, a bit of a chance to look at where we are. Is it a chance to just make sure we push on and keep that unbeaten run going next Saturday?
It's all about the unbeaten run, Tony, but yeah, obviously we don't know what we've got available next week. Talking about breaks, Alex Brown could have broken 4 ribs because he was hit with a 2-footed tackle off the ground into his rib cage, which is a yellow card apparently. So we'll see if he's fit next Saturday, or even fit for work on Monday, because he didn't really get protected. Cheers, Tony.
On that note, cheers for your time, gents.
Yeah.